If you can't already tell, I have a fez on, so this means I am doing something to do with Doctor Who, and I haven't really spoken about Doctor Who for a long time actually. I don't know, so I thought I would do the Doctor Who tag, which Liam started. I'll leave a link to his video so you can go check him out. Okay, I'm going to do the tag how Charlie did it, because there's a couple of questions on Liam's where I kind of didn't really know how to answer them. So yeah, I'm going to do it in Charlie's style. So question 1, who's your favourite Doctor? This is the hardest question you could ever ask a Whovian. Like, literally, it's definitely David Tennant. David Tennant is my top Doctor, just because he had so many different storylines that helped him to develop his Doctor, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, he had very, very emotional sort of episodes, and then he had very sort of funny and hilarious episodes, so I feel like he could show his strengths as an actor really well in Doctor Who. So David Tennant's definitely my top. But then Matt Smith came along, and it was like, I don't know, Matt Smith was very silly, sort of fun-loving Doctor, but yet he still had the storylines where he would have to be really serious and really angry, and I loved that. So it's definitely like, definitely David Tennant and then Matt Smith. But even Peter Capaldi is definitely an amazing Doctor. I mean, I just don't really like Stephen Moffat's storylines anymore. Like, I don't know, I feel like he was better as just like a co-writer, not like a head writer. But no, definitely David Tennant, Matt Smith. Capaldi's amazing, I love him. I love his Scottish angry man thing. I think that's quite new and quite fresh for the show. But it's hard. Question 2, what's your favourite Doctor Who story? I feel like a lot of people are going to say this, but I love Blink. Blink is definitely one of those many episodes that I will watch over and over again and love every single time I watch it. I don't know, and that's a Moffat story. He wrote that when he was just like a co-writer, like, yeah, so I don't know. I love Blink. It's definitely one of those very minor episodes that didn't have a major storyline within it, and it was just a little sort of in-between episode, and I love those episodes. Those episodes are what make Doctor Who amazing. Don't get me wrong, I love the big storylines. Like, I loved the River storyline when it first came about, and then I don't know, I just feel like it went on for a long time, and I started to dislike River. And I've spoken to a lot of other Whovians and they feel the same way as I do. But I really loved the whole River thing, how she was Amy and Rory's daughter. Spoiler if you have not watched that era of Doctor Who. But no, Blink is definitely one of my favourites. I did like the River storyline, and I really liked, which episode was it from the Christopher Eccleston era? I can't remember the name of the episode. I did really like the Slitheen episode. When they took over Downing Street. I did really like that. That was a really good, and it was a two-parter. I love the two-parters, and I'm so glad they brought them back. Question 3, who's your favourite companion? This is another hard question to ask a Whovian. I feel like Donna is definitely up there in my top companions, because I loved how it was like, my fez keeps falling down. I've got such a huge head. Ew. Donna is definitely in my top, like, companions, because I loved how their relationship was platonic. It wasn't sort of like lovey-dovey, you know, oh, I'm in love with you kind of thing. You know, she definitely wasn't in love with the Doctor, and I liked that. I thought that was really cool how he had a friend, someone who he could just be mates with, and, you know, just travel the stars with and not have to worry about them falling in love with him, you know. And Catherine Tate and David Tennant together are great. They're such a good pairing of actors. I saw Much Ado About Nothing, and they were amazing in that together, and they just work so well together, and I really loved that. I thought that was really cool. I did. This is really controversial because I feel like not a lot of people like Martha, but I didn't like her at first, and then she, as the series went on and as she kind of grew as a companion, she became badass. Like, I thought I don't know, she just, the episode where with the master, I don't know, I really came to like her. When she was falling in love with the Doctor, it was like, oh, not again, someone else that loves him, you know. But towards the end, when she realised, you know, why am I doing this? Why am I in love with this alien man? You know, I need to get a grip and just, you know, live my life without him, you know. And I thought that was really cool, how she sort of just realised that she didn't need him. She just, yeah. And then she had to come back, didn't she? Which was, it was cool. I did like the episode with like Donna and Martha, but with the Sontaran stratagem, that was what it was called. I did like that episode, but I don't know. But Donna's definitely top. Rose, obviously Rose. Everyone loves Rose. Rose 10 is like the ship of all ships, you know. Rory was good. I loved Rory. Definitely with like Matt Smith's era, I did really love Amy and the Doctor. That was definitely, and I'm not a fan of Clara. And I know I'm probably going to get loads of hate for that, because I know a lot of my Twitter followers and stuff love Clara and I don't. But I don't know. I don't know. There's something about it that I really don't like, and I don't really know how to explain it. I just really don't like her. Don't hate me. Please don't hate me. But no, I definitely Rory and Amy for like Matt's era, and then Capaldi's era, obviously I've only got Clara. So, but I don't like her. So, I don't know. Christian 4, are we on? Yeah. What was the first Doctor Who story you ever watched? It was the reboot with Christopher Eccleston. That was the first episode I watched ever, and it was awesome. Because I remember there being an advert for it on the TV. Stupid Fairs, man, I'm taking it off. I saw an advert for it on TV and I was like, oh, that looks really cool, what is that? And my dad was like, and my mum did the exact same thing. She was like, oh, it's that sci-fi show thing, you know, where it's an alien and he travels around the stars and he saves the world and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, we'll have to watch it. So like, me, my dad and my brother, we sat down and we watched it on the Saturday night, and I instantly fell in love with it. I've still only seen a couple of the classic Who era, but I love both eras. I think all the eras are great. So, but no, it was definitely the first one. Christopher Eccleston was the first one I watched. The one with the with Mickey where he gets sucked into the bin. I admit that was really silly. Like, that was incredibly strange, but no, I did really love it. It was just the whole aspect of how, like, he was an alien and he saved the world. You know, it was just really cool. I don't know. Question 5. What's your favourite series? Definitely like the Series 6 series? What? But I've never really loved a whole series, because there's always been like plot holes and different kind of, I don't know, it's always been inconsistent for me, and I know Charlie felt the same in his video. There's never been a whole series where I've been fully satisfied. There's always been episodes where I've been like, oh, I didn't really like that, or oh, I loved it. So, you know, very varied series. So I don't know, but the David Tennant series were great. They were awesome. So probably those ones are like series 6. Was it 6 or was that Matt Smith? Oh, I don't know. I don't know, but the David Tennant series were good. It's not a word, Shayla. What goes number 1? 2. Question 6, which is the last one. What's your favourite villain or monster? This is a hard question. Obviously I love Cybermen. Cybermen are great. but I feel like they've been used too much now. And Daleks as well. Daleks are great. I love the Daleks. Slitheen, they're always good. I don't know. I don't really have a favourite, I don't think. I don't know. I don't have one. I think I did actually really like the Clockwork Robots in the Madame de Pompadour episode. What was that called? I don't know, but I did really like the Clockwork Robots. I thought they were freaky. Like, I remember when I first watched it, and obviously the Doctor went through the fireplace, and the little girl, Madame de Pompadour, was a little girl, she was there, and it was under the bed, and that always freaks me out. Yeah, and it really reminded me when I watched the recent episode, well, semi-recent, when Clara, she obviously put her hand in the TARDIS and the TARDIS read her mind, and kind of that, if you remember, if you're a Doctor Who fan and you've seen the episode, you'll know what I mean. She put her hand in the TARDIS and it like went through her thoughts to try and find Danny. I think that's what happened. Yeah, they went to try and find Danny, and she went into the Doctor's time stream again. Just and as a little boy, when he was sleeping in a barn, obviously on Gallifrey, and she went under the bed, and then when he got up she grabbed his legs. That really reminded me of that episode. I feel like there was a lot of references towards that era from this series that's just finished, so I thought that was very cool. But I've gone off Doctor Who a little bit, but I think that's just because it's the writing, like, I don't know. I feel like Moffat is very, very good at Sherlock. He's amazing at Sherlock. But I read an article that, I think it was like the Daily Mail or the Mirror or something, some sort of newspaper, and they asked him, he said he will do Sherlock for as long as possible, but he will definitely leave Doctor Who, which I got really happy about, because don't get me wrong, I love Doctor Who and always have, always will, but it needs a new direction. I feel like it needs a new writer and a new sort of a fresh start to be amazing again, and I feel like maybe it needs a break again, like when they finished after was it Paul McGann? Yeah, when there was the Paul McGann movie and then it finished and it came back with Chris Eccleston. I feel like they need that gap again, and maybe there'll be new writer and new direction for Doctor Who, and I feel like that would probably make it more appealing again. Not that it isn't appealing now, because I've loved this series. This series has some really good episodes, especially Mummy on the Orient Express. I loved that episode. That was great. That mummy was freaky as hell. That's my opinion anyway, but other people obviously have different opinions, and you know, if you want to talk about how you feel about Doctor Who, leave some comments or something. So yeah, have a discussion about it. You know, if you're a Doctor Who fan, it's always good to talk about different opinions. And yeah, so this has been the Doctor Who tag. I would like to thank Liam for making this tag up, Charlie for helping me find the tag, and I'll leave a link to their YouTubes and I'll leave a link to their Doctor Who tags so you can go check them out. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. And Charlie blah, blah, blah,